Today's the 21st of Shevat. Yesterday we began the 26th chapter, which talked about how if there are two prize fighters that get in a ring, whether it's boxing or bare knuckles boxing or MMA. So if you have a guy who's bigger and stronger, but he's a little lazier, and the smaller or weaker but faster, more energetic fighter, usually the guy who has more energy wins. And the Alter Rebbe translates that as like somebody who's simcha, somebody who's lazy and who's like negative and down and miserable. So if he's in the fight, he's going to lose the fight. So when it comes to the fight against the Yetzer Hara, we have to make sure that we are energetic and joyful. And that's going to be a real thrust on the path to victory against the Yetzer Hara. Okay. Today's lesson, the key to accept even suffering of worldly matters joyfully, is to bear in mind that this is ultimately for a higher good, even though we don't understand why this is happening to us or to somebody else. It's painful, but somehow there's a higher purpose to it. Sorry. Eitza utza letaher libay mikol etzev hanidud nidnud daga mimela da alma vafilu bane chayim ezayna. The sound advice which is offered by our sages, cleansing the worries of a person's heart and take away and removing any sadness and worry of mundane matters, even sadness or worry caused by the lack of such essentials, chas v'shalom, as children, health, or livelihood. Etc. The advice is contained in a well-known saying that our sages say that one recites a blessing for his good fortune. We say, "Blessed are you who is good and does good," and must also recite this blessing for the not good, the other side, whatever that is. Lekabule besimcha, k'may simchas hateva hanigles v'nikres v'nides. The Gemara explains that this does not mean that he should recite the same blessing. For the blessing in the case of misfortune, God forbid, is Baruch Dayan ha'emes, blessed are you, God who's the true judge. Very different than the blessing that we say for one who does good. But the implication is that one should accept the misfortune with joy, just like the joy in a visible and obvious good. Kigam zu l'tova. This too is for the good, except raksheina nigles v'nides leine basar. Kihi me'olma diskasya shalamayla me'olma diskalya. Obviously, the good in something that seems so negative, so painful, so troubling, the good in it is hidden from us. Why? Because it comes from the higher spiritual world, which is even higher than the revealed spiritual world. Shehu vav mishem havaya baruch hu va'alma diskasyahu yud ke. Shehu vav ke shem havaya va'alma diskasyahu yud ke. The letter emanates from the letters of Vav and Hey of Havaya, the four-letter divine name composed of the letter Yud, K, Vav, K, while the former derives from the letter Yud and Hey. This is the meaning of the pasuk. Happy is the man whom you, Hashem, when it says Hashem here, it's spelled Yud and Hey. Chasten, like a person who you caused to suffer, so to speak. So since the pasuk speaking of a man suffering, only the letters Yud and Hey are mentioned. So why do we see misfortune? Because the real good is hidden from us. Our sages have said that those who love Hashem shall be as the sun when it comes out in its might. And the sun is in its full glory, referring to the reward of those who rejoice in their affliction. Hashem always rewards man measure for measure. What is the connection then between rejoicing in affliction and the sun? And why are those who rejoice in affliction described as those who love Hashem? For one's joy in affliction stems from the fact that being near to Hashem is dearer to him than anything else in the life of this world. Your loving kindness is better than life itself. B'kirvas Hashem, and being close to Hashem, he be yesesei so maila lein kates ba'alma diskasya kisham chevyain uzay v'yoshe b'seser elyon. The nearness to God is infinitely greater and more sublime in the hidden worlds. For over there, the concealment of Hashem and His power is lodged. And it's also written, Yoshe b'seser elyon, the Most High abides in secrecy. So both these psukim, these verses, indicate that the hidden world contains a higher aspect of godliness than the revealed world. And since the hidden world is the source of seeming affliction, he who loves Hashem rejoices in it, for it represents a greater nearness to Hashem than revealed good, which derives from the revealed world. Inar teka shehi b'chusa boy b'olam hazeh losid tiskala mikisuya. Therefore, a person is found worthy of seeing the sun emerging in its might in the world to come. What does this mean? When the sun, quote unquote, will emerge from the sheath in which it's hidden in this world, and then it will be revealed. Tahainu. So, what does this mean? And for our purposes, tiskala alma diskasya. Yizrach v'yoyer b'gilui rav v'otzom l'chol hachisim b'ay ba'olam hazeh u'mistoififim b'tziloi tzeil b'chochma shub'chinas tzeil v'loi oirot v'toiva nires v'dailam. So this means that what is presently the hidden world, but we don't recognize and we don't understand, will shine forth and glow in a great and an intense revelation. Upon who? Upon all who seek refuge in Hashem in this world. We take shelter in His shadow, in the shadow of wisdom, which presently is in a state of shade, as opposed to revealed light and goodness, meaning they find shelter and refuge even in that which represents an external appearance of quote-unquote shade and darkness. Whereas the light and goodness contained in it is concealed. Okay. Alter Rebbe says, this is enough for now. So to return to our original point, when one considers that whatever happens appears as suffering is actually a higher form of good, you will no longer be saddened or worried by it. Is that easy? No. Just like fighting with the Yetzer Hara is not easy. Alter Rebbe tells us that it's a battle we can win as long as we have simcha, as long as we are focused, and as long as we know where it's coming from. It's coming from the Yetzer Hara. So too, when something seemingly negative comes our way, we're able to, no matter how difficult it may seem, we're able to think of it as something good, but right now, that something is hidden from us. So, Mirz Hashem, when Mashiach comes, we're able to see the revealed goodness. May that be, Ben Peter, be Amen.